Hey, what is going on, guys? JT Dragonland here, and I'm going to be talking all things Call of Duty Ghosts today. So I've spent the last couple hours or so watching Call of Duty Ghosts videos, and I have a lot of information about the game, so let's get into it. First of all, there are a lot of new game modes in Call of Duty Ghosts. I believe there's 7 new game modes. We're seeing the return of Infected, which is really awesome. But there's one bad thing. I don't think Hardpoint's in the game. Not confirmed yet, but I don't think Hardpoint is in the game. Well, let's get started. I have some information about the 2 new game modes, Cranked and Search and Rescue. So let's get started with Cranked. Cranked is TDM, up to 75 kills, but there's a twist to it. Every time that you get a kill, you have a 30-second time limit that appears on your screen, and if you don't get a kill within those 30 seconds, you blow up. So that's really interesting. It promotes rushing gameplay, and campers are just going to blow up, and so good riddance to them. But there's one other thing about this game mode, is when you get a kill, you also get bonuses. You move faster, you reload faster, you become a little bit better than you did before. Moving faster, reloading faster, and stuff like that. So that's really awesome. The more kills you get, the better you become. And that's awesome. It's almost like getting like a specialist bonus type thing. You keep getting better as you get more kills, but you have to keep getting kills or you blow up. So that's really cool. That's really interesting. I can't wait to play that game mode. But let's get into Search and Rescue. Now, Search and Rescue is a combination between Kill Confirmed and Search and Destroy. So you each only have 1 life, and there's 2 bomb sites to plant, just like Search and Destroy. But there's a twist. Whenever you get a kill, the enemy drops a dog tag. Now, that dog tag that the enemy dropped, if you collect that dog tag, the enemy's out for the round. That guy is done for the round. But if an enemy collects his teammate's dog tag, he comes back to life. The guy that died is back to life. And it goes the same for you. If you die and you drop a dog tag, if your teammate picks up the tag that you dropped, you're revived. If an enemy picks up the tag, your tag that you dropped, you're out for the round. So that's really cool. It's like Search and Destroy, but if you're playing as a team and stuff, you're playing and you're communicating and stuff, you can, potentially revive your teammates a couple times around, and, you could get a couple lives in the Search and Destroy, which is really, really cool. So I can't wait to play this game mode either. It seems really fun. I mean, it's awesome how you can basically come back to life in Search and Destroy. So I think that's really cool. Can't wait to play that. Let's get into some other stuff. There's a lot of score streaks that have been, revealed for this game, and there's so many good ones. There's one I'm really excited to play with is the dog, Riley. He is, I believe, a 5 kill streak under the Assault package. Yes, Assault's coming back, Support and Specialist. But Riley is a 5 kill streak under the Assault, and he's basically like an escort drone, but he's a dog. He follows you around, he attacks enemies, and he also growls when there's enemies nearby. So if you hear a dog growling, there's enemies nearby. And if an enemy kills you, the dog will chase after that guy and kill him. And, when you respawn, he'll be next to you again. So that is really awesome. There's also Juggernaut is coming back. There's a Maniac Juggernaut, which is a 9 kill streak. And you call in your care package, you get your Juggernaut suit, and all you have is a combat knife, but you're really fast. You run really quick, and you knife people and stuff, so only using blades, probably doing backflips right now, because that's amazing. So that's really cool. Then there's another Juggernaut, the higher streak Juggernaut, which has a death machine. So that's sick. I can't wait to play with both of those and the dog, so that's really cool. And if you guys didn't know, I don't want to say the nuke is coming back, but there is a big kill streak in this game. And it's the Odin Strike, or it's nicknamed the Odin Strike. Or I think it's a KEM Strike is what it's actually called, or something like that. But I don't have too much information on that. I don't know how big of a score streak it is. Like I said, I've only been watching the videos that people have been posting, and they don't really have too much information on that, but there is going to be a bigger nuke in the game. But something really cool about this is when you call in the Odin Strike, and after it's gone, it changes the map. Call of Duty Ghosts is bringing dynamic maps in. Things are going to change in the map throughout the game. And the Odin Strike is going to completely change the map. It's going to take a city that, looks like a relatively cool city, and it's going to turn it into rubble. You know, lines of sights are going to change. You know, traffic patterns are going to change. All this stuff is going to change. And I think that's really cool. Another thing about the maps is there's other parts in the map so you can, you know, there's one map you can knock down a gas station, or yeah, you know, like the gas station, and then, you know, the thing tips over, and then there's new lines of sight and stuff there. There's buildings, you can blow up pieces of buildings, and you get new lines of sight and all that kind of stuff. So dynamic maps look really cool. I can't wait to play with those as well. I just can't wait to play with everything in Call of Duty Ghosts. I think it's going to be awesome when that game comes out. I am absolutely pumped for that. I mean, this game is going to be amazing for sure. And we're getting a bunch of perks in this game, a bunch of new perks. Not really sure what they do exactly yet. There's so many perks in this game. That's going to be awesome. And you can pick as many perks as you want in this game without using wildcards. So that's really cool too. But the pick system's coming back. I think it's like, I'm not sure how I don't want to say pick 10 system, but there's another system coming out like that. So that's being implemented back into Call of Duty Ghosts. So that's going to be really cool to see how they do that. You know, we're getting all new guns, all new maps, all this awesome stuff. You know, it's just going to be, it's going to be amazing to play with this. And, you know, a couple other things they changed about the game too is the mini map in the, you know, the top left-hand corner is changed. It's zoomed out a little more, and now it's more of a rectangle than a box. So that's really cool. You can see more of the map now, and I think it's easier to look at. It's better to look at personally. So I think that's really cool change. And in the top right corner, it's going to show your score, it's going to show your kills, your deaths, and your assists in the top right hand corner, so you don't have to press select to see how many kills you have. It's going to be in the top right corner. So that's going to be awesome. I think that's a really cool change. I'm really glad that's there. And also the mini-map change looks really cool. I can't wait to see how that works as well, because personally, when I'm looking at the mini-map, I always read it wrong. So having it zoomed out more is going to help me more. And I think that's going to be awesome as well. And, you know, there's just so much cool stuff coming out in Call of Duty Ghosts. If you guys haven't seen the videos, you know, they're all over YouTube. I mean, you gotta just have Call of Duty Ghosts, you'll get like 20 million videos to watch. And also, this is really cool. I don't know if it's really cool, it's something different. The UAV is changing. It's no longer going to be UAV. That's called a SATCOM. And what it is, it's basically like a UAV, but instead of being like a drone that flies around in the air, it's going to be like this little machine thing that you put on the ground. So that's going to be really cool. That's something that's changing. And they're also stackable. So, you know, like the UAV is going to work. Well, it's a little different. When you have one SATCOM on the ground, it's going to show enemies on the mini-map of only enemies that the SATCOM can see. So that really sucks. I don't like that too much. But if you have two SATCOMs, it works like a normal UAV. If you have three SATCOMs out, it's going to work like a UAV, but it's going to swipe faster. And if you have four of them out, it's going to work as an advanced UAV. So that's really cool. You're going to be able to have like an advanced UAV out. You know, three of them it's going to swipe faster. Two of them is going to be a normal UAV effect that we're all used to. And one is going to be like a UAV, but only things that the SATCOM can see. So that's actually a really big change, in my opinion, to the UAV. I kind of like the way it works now. It's a drone and that flies in the air, because not a lot of people, you know, take the time to shoot down the UAVs. I mean, enough people do, don't get me wrong, but I don't see a lot of people shooting down the UAVs. And this thing's going to be on the ground that you'll walk by it and you'll just shoot it and it'll die. So, I mean, I think it's going to be easier to get rid of. So that's going to suck for us UAV users. And also, you need to have two of them to work as a normal UAV. I'm not too sure I like that you need two of something to work as one of something that we have now. So that's a little weird. It's something different. We're going to have to see how it plays out. I mean, it's going to promote people not using the Ghost perk as much. Because if you need two SATCOMs out to work as a normal UAV, I mean, it's going to be less common that you're going to be on the radar regardless. So I mean, that's going to be really cool. So I can't wait to see how the SATCOMs work. I mean, you can hide the SATCOMs and stuff, but I mean, I don't know. I prefer the old UAV, but that's how the new UAV is going to work. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. What you guys think of that. But yeah, guys, I've been watching Call of Duty Ghost videos, and there's so many guns that look cool. Like the Vector is coming back, the MTAR is coming back. That's all. That's honestly all I know for now of what's coming back. But they also changed the snipers actually a little bit. You know, usually when you zoom in a sniper scope, like you have like the circle scope and then the rest of your screen is black. They changed that now. The rest of your screen is going to be zoomed in a little bit as well, and it's going to be blurry. I mean, it's not that big of a deal, but I really like it because it gives you a chance to see enemies that are coming in front of you without them being in your scope, if you guys know what I'm saying. So, I mean, I think that's a really cool change. I like that change a lot. I think that's going to be good because then you don't have half your screen black, you know, as you're aiming down your sights. You can still see stuff to your left and right, just not as well. So I think that's really cool. I like how they changed the sniper rifles like that. I really like how they changed the mini-map. I also really like how they put the, you know, your score per minute, or not your score per minute, your score, your kills, your deaths, and your assists in your top right-hand corner. That's really cool. There's so many new kill streaks coming out I'm really excited to play for. If you guys are excited for Call of Duty Ghosts, like the video. Tell me in the comment section what you're most excited about. Tell me in the comment section whatever you want about Call of Duty Ghosts, whatever you want to say down there. So make sure you guys leave a comment. I can't wait for Call of Duty Ghosts. It's going to be an amazing game. It's going to be on next-gen consoles. You know, we're going to have so many new features in this game, new guns, maps. I can't wait for it. I'm personally extremely hyped for it. Anyways, guys, I'm JT Dragonlord, and I'm out.